Hello Mainers, welcome back to an updated forecast for your snow event coming through later tonight and into much of the day tomorrow. We're not going to be going over much of the forecast for the next couple of days or into the next several weeks. We're just going to be primarily focusing on I wouldn't even really call it a snowstorm, but we'll be calling it the snow event. We'll be also going over the radar and satellite first here, then we'll be going into watches, warnings, and advisories. Then we'll go over the future forecast as far as rain and snow goes, and your rain and snowfall totals, temperatures, and stuff like that, and winds as well, because we'll have to see what happens, but this might be able to produce some winds. Maybe there's nothing in the forecast, I don't think, but we'll still take a look at it anyways. And then we'll also be going over my updated snowfall forecast for this event, because things have changed just a tad enough for me to kind of move things around as far as the totals go. But yeah, let's get into this. So right now, out there, we're already starting to see some snow falling in portions of the mountains as the snow is making its way from west to east across the state. It's just the early stages now. Some of these snow showers in the portions of down east Maine, it just updated again. Some of these snow showers may not even be falling, so probably much of this snow that's hanging around, if not near Beaver Cove, Skowhegan, Rumford, those areas. Some of the snow that's actually on the radar may not even actually be falling, because I think we're still in the drier air mass right now, so that's typically what happens with our snowstorms in December and stuff, as far as snowstorms go. But some of these snow, it could be falling, moderate snow could be falling over the lake of whatever lake this is, I'm not sure, near Harmony, Wellington, Cambridge, Athens, and Heartland. This snow will continue to make its way over from west to east. As you can see, it's over the last couple of hours, it's been quickly moving its way over to the east, I should say. We can also take a look at those temperatures. Here's your temperatures. It's very cold out there, so plenty cold enough for it to snow, and this snow will likely fall not quickly, but it should accumulate very fast, since these temperatures near the surface level are very cold at this moment. So temperatures across the state right now, we're 19 in Bangor, 19 in Bar Harbor, 20 in Augusta, 9 near Skowhegan area, 21 near the mid-coast, 20, 23, 21 around the mid-coast, 15 degrees as you get into the higher terrains, 23 in Portland, 21 in Sanford, 25 in Dover, and then as you basically get up into the higher terrain and farther northern Maine, 14 in Caribou, 6 degrees in whatever town that is, doesn't really tell me, 16 degrees in Millinocket, 15 in near Beaver Cove and Shirley. We can also take a look at those winds real quick. Here's the winds. It's pretty calm out there at the moment, and you can see that right along the immediate coastline there's some locally higher winds. This won't be like a power outage event, it'll just be your average light winds, might be able to push that snow roll around. And then this is Mount Washington, I think this is Mount Washington, right? Not sure. I'm pretty sure that's what the mountain is called. High winds, it's saying 60 miles per hour up there, so it's going to be pretty windy on the mountain. I would recommend being up there, but those are your current winds anyways. Here's your feel-like temperatures. Your feel-like temperatures in the mid-coast, right along the southern coastline, Maine, we're dealing with temperatures 10 to 20 degrees. Then as you get into eastern Maine, it actually gets a little bit colder for some reason. We're dealing with temperatures 10 degrees to near below zero, and then up in the northern Maine and higher terrain, we're dealing with single digits, if not below zero. Alright, now we're going to get into the watches, warnings, and advisories. Here's your watches, warnings, and advisories. We have a winter storm warning in portions of Washington County and portions of far eastern Maine. Then we have a winter weather advisory that's extending, just avoiding southern Maine, where we're not expecting a whole ton of accumulation from the snow. There's still potential for like 1 to 3 inches, I would say, but nothing more than that. We're also dealing with some winter weather advisories that extends from about the Augusta area down to the coastline, portions of Hancock County, and this extends all the way up near Millinocket, and it pretty much covers the entire state, just avoiding northern Maine and southern Maine. So the winter weather advisory is for snowfall accumulations between, I think it's between anywhere from 1 to 6 inches, and then the winter storm warning is for snow accumulations between 4 and 9 inches, I believe. But yeah, those are your winter weather, or I should say, watches, warnings, and advisories that have been issued by the National Weather Service. Now we're going to get into your future radars. Alright, so here we are. Again, this is a little bit far off. I think the snow is actually occurring even in Maine now. But we're going to use the HRRR model for this one, since it's going to be able to give us a little bit more of, like, a more accurate reading, I think, because it does good with thunderstorms, so I'm going to use it for this as well. The snowfall accumulation may be a little bit off, but I think it's going to do the primary job. So the snow comes through. We'll just start it right here. This is basically where it is right now. So it's coming through, and then it'll quickly spread the state. Some of these heavier snow bands, some of these darker shades of blue could be steadier snow, heavier snow, locally heavier at times, and then that snow will continue going through, and it'll continue through much of the day Tuesday before it eventually gets out of here during the overnight hours of Wednesday. And then the HRR model tries to throw back some more snow that basically goes from east to west. I don't know if I buy that, but that's that. Now what you've been waiting for, your snowfall accumulation. Alright, so here's your snowfall accumulation. We'll just go all the way through. I think this is a little bit extreme. I think this is even saying closer to 14 inches, 15 inches. I think that's a bit extreme. I'm thinking between 2 and 4 inches statewide. I think it's going a little bit overboard. 2 to 4 inches statewide. Then I do agree with this, but it's not going to be this high. I agree with a 4 to 7 inches range here, 4 to 8 inches. And then as you can see, it takes it all the way down to southern Maine. I think it's going to be good with like about an inch of snow, if anything. That's why they haven't really issued any, things like as watches or warnings and advisory. But we can also take a look at the temperatures. Alright, we're going to use the European model from now on. Alright, so the temperatures crash down, and then Tuesday, this is right now temperatures, and then they go back into the teens, and then it crashes again Tuesday night, and then things just go from there and on. And we have a few Arctic blasts there, but yeah, there's that. Alright, now we're going to look at your future wind chill values, because this is going to be relatively important with the cold that we're going to be having for the next couple of days. So the European model right now has us at 1 below 0 in Bangor, -10, up in Millinock at 10, -10, -15 in the mountains, -17 up in northern Maine, -12 near Caribou, -2 near the Augusta area, and 2 near Portland. And then outside of Maine, we're just dealing with wind chill values between 10 and 20 degrees below 0. So as we go through the next 24 hours, you'll see these wind chill values will eventually give off, but then we'll have some colder nights, but you'll see these temperatures will eventually rise. But yeah, there's that. We'll go over the winds associated with this system, maybe some local or gusty winds right along the coastline. I don't expect a blizzard warning out of this at all. I don't even expect anything close to blowing snow out of this at all, but maybe some locally or gusty winds right along the immediate coastline that could maybe throw around some snow right along the immediate coastline. But there's that. Alright, now we're going to take a look at yesterday we already took a look at the chances for a white Christmas. They're probably, I think in southern Maine is going to be your chance for probably about a 60 to 90% chance. 60 to 80% chance, I'd say. But anywhere from there on, from all the way up to northern Maine, I think you're dealing with about a 100% chance, because we're just going to be dealing with snow, and there's not really going to be much to melt it. But now we're going to take a look at my updated snowfall forecast. Alright, now we're going to take a look at your future wind gusts. We're going to hear the wind gusts, 11 in Lincoln, 9 in Bangor. These winds will, I think they'll ramp up just a little bit. I don't think it's going to reach quite criteria for like blizzard conditions or, power outages, but I think we could see some fairly gusty winds. So as we go through the night tonight, those winds will kind of gust right along the coastline, maybe some wind gusts closer to 32 miles per hour offshore, obviously. Ellsworth 14, Cranberry Isles, I think 27 miles per hour, 25 in Jonesport. Today, tomorrow, these winds might be a little bit gusty out there. They won't be terribly gusty, but there may be some gustier winds. And then there it goes, maybe some gusty winds Tuesday night after the system comes through. But yeah, those are your wind gusts. Alright, here it is. So I think I did a decent job with this. Again, some of the models are indicating over 4 inches of snow in portions of down East Maine. Even closer to 7 inches in some spots, so that's why I added this zone. I think there's a potential we could see anywhere from 4 to 7 inches, and locally higher amounts across portions of extreme extreme Washington County and portions of eastern Maine, where there's a potential of maybe locally higher amounts, maybe between 7 and 10 inches, if anything. But I still think 10 inches is a bit much. 2 to 4 inches for much of the state. That extends all the way from the foothills and mountains all the way down to down East Maine. I think that covers them pretty well, including Bangor and portions of Skowhegan, Waterville, Augusta, areas like that. Well, not Augusta, but you get the primary job all the way up to Millinocket. Much of northern Maine, you're not going to see that much snow out of here, because the snow is basically mostly focusing on the central part of the state and into down East Maine. That's where we're going to see the heaviest amounts anyways. So I put it 1 to 3 inches there, just in case if we do happen to see some snow that falls up there. I think it could accumulate to maybe an inch or two, maybe a coating to an inch. And then I think much of the same thing. Obviously that snow is going to be able to cover portions of Augusta and down to the coastline, but since that snow takes so long to get down there, and portions of down East Maine and most of the state is already seeing snow, it gets down here a little bit late, so I think 1 to 3 inches will do the primary job. That's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoy. If you did enjoy, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to never miss an upload. And without further ado, stay safe out there as always, and we'll see you in the next one. Merry Christmas, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.